let me tell y'all about the worst tenant that you could possibly have in your spa. All right, y'all, so welcome back to my channel. So today I'm gonna do a quick story time for y'all. I can't find my darn remote to change the lights because I was trying to give y'all a different feel because I know I didn't use blue before, but I guess this is like a cool blue, not like dark blue like some of my other videos. But anyway, so I know when I watch other people's story times, they give up these cute little names of, oh, I'm gonna give this person a name, and that, no, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. We're gonna use her name. Her name is Samantha. That's what we're going by. Now, if you notice today that my face is still peeling, I am on my second chemical peel. Let me know if you guys want to video the process of that. So I'm almost done peeling. If you can see the old skin here and the new skin, so that's why all that is like that. But anyway, all right, straight to it. So boom, I had just opened up my spa. It's like a small intimate spa in Tulsa, and I opened up in July, and I got a YouTube video on that as well. I need to do an updated video. But I had one tenant prior to her that I started with, and so that didn't work out. Cool. When I separate ways, that's fine. So I had posted on a Facebook market because one of my sister's friends was like, hey, maybe you need to post on a Facebook market. Like, you know, people really come there quick looking for a room, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, all right, cool. So went through Facebook market. Within a day, like, I started getting messages back to back to back about people trying to get this room. I'm like, okay, cool. I want to say the next day I got a message, and it was from a person. They were like, hey, is this room still available? And you know, after a while, I just kind of started like copying and pasting like the message, you know, because you get tired of repeating yourself over and over. And I'm like, yeah, it's still available. Kind of listed what I was looking for, the booth friend, what it was going for, da 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 da. And then in that, my first thought, because I learned from my first tenant, was automatically put down what I'm looking for and what I'm not looking for. And that was, okay, so it doesn't seem like people are just bouncing around, or I'm just like promoting random people, you know, in my shop, and it's a problem with me. You know what I mean? I was just like, I will require you at least to sign like a 6-month lease. And then she was like, what does that mean? And I'm like, you have to sign this contract basically stating like that you're gonna, you know, be here for at least 6 months. If not, you know, you're gonna have to give me my notice. And then she was just like, oh, okay, that's fine. She was like, I really just need somewhere to be just for quarantine, or what is it, just during COVID, because I want my own, because I want to do, what did she say? I want to do nails, and I also want to do tattooing and all this other stuff. So I'm just like, okay, girl. Basically just gave her the rundown. I'm like, I'm around the way if you want to come check it out. That's fine. Let me know what time. So boom, she was like, yeah, I'll be there in about, I want to say she was like 1 or 2 hours. I'm like, all right, cool. Made my little run, came back to the spa, waited on her to get there. So initially I seen her walking upstairs, you know, I seen her with kids with her. I'm like, all right, cool. So I opened the door, and the first thing she did was she just walked in. She just walked in and she started looking around, and then she looked back at me. And then I'm thinking, hi, how are you doing? My name is such and such, you know? And I'm just like, okay, that's weird. Who walks into somebody else's establishment and don't say anything, you know? So I'm like, okay, whatever. Like, maybe she introverted or something. And that's what I later text her too. Like, I thought maybe you just wasn't a people person, because I mean, it happened like that. So I take her to the room, show her the room. I show her the bathroom. I show her, you know, everything, like, hey, here's this, you could use this. And, you know, she's saying like, I have all my own stuff. I have my own equipment. I won't need to do anything. And me, I'm just basic. You're grown. I don't have to take care of you. Pay your booth rent on time. Be clean. That's all I ask. Like, I shouldn't have to come here and see why your room looking like X, Y, and Z. If you see the trash can full and I'm not around, take the trash out. You know, you would think that would be simple. Not so much. So fast forward, she's been there for a week, you know, I'm talking to her, asking her how she's doing with her clientele. I'm like, you building your clientele? Do you got an Instagram? You know, what are you doing to build this so I can, you know, help you? So I'm talking to her. Mind you, I'm talking to her during that day, during the morning time. Never bring up boo friend or anything like that, because in the contract. And also I tell people, like, you know, by 5 in the business day, like, you need to send me your boo friend every Friday. I feel like as a grown person and a grown entrepreneur that I shouldn't have to baby you and tell you like, hey, you know, what's up? We're your boo friend. You know what I mean? So she was late on the boo friend. I ended up messaging her like, hey, you know, I never received your boo friend. And she was just like, I'm sorry, like, can I pay it Saturday morning? And I'm just like, okay, you know, just letting her slide. Stuff happens. She's been there. I always give people like a week free. So Saturday comes around. She's like, I am so sorry. Like, I forgot to pay the boo friend when I was at the shop. I'm already in a smaller town. Like, you're not going to charge me a late fee, are you? First of all, y'all, my landlord is crazy, okay? He charges a $200 late fee if you late. So guess who never late? Is me. Like, no, I pay my stuff early or on the day of. Like, I'm not paying it. Like, you're not about to get no extra $200 out of me. You're not. Like, we low-key went back and forth before I signed the contract, letting him know, like, what's up with this? Because I've never heard anything like that. So I'm just like, I'm going to give you just this chance, you know what I mean, to be late. And I'm going to waive your late fee. But next time, you know, I'm not going to waive it. You know, I'm running a business. I can't move like that. She's like, oh, okay. So later on that evening, she had someone cash at me. I'm just like, whatever, long as it get paid. So during the next couple of weeks, like, she don't talk. And it's just so weird. And I finally reached out to, I was feeling uncomfortable in my own shop. Like, I get into my shop, I want to be in my zone. I want to be comfortable. Like, I don't want to be feeling uptight, you know, because that's what I want to do. So she would rarely talk. She would say anything. And I finally reached out to her and was just like, hey, you know, trying to, I don't know, lighten up the mood. Like, you know, maybe we started off at the wrong foot. I feel like X, Y, Z, you didn't speak. She was like, that's crazy because I felt the same way. Like, you didn't speak when it came in. And I'm just thinking, like, you walking into my stuff, like, why do you feel like, but I was like, well, maybe I'm tripping. Maybe I'm overreacting. Maybe, you know, maybe this girl was just, you know, just trying to get used to me. Basically, that's what I said. So I'm just like, okay, whatever, cool. Thought I squashed her by then. Okay, so come the next week, she was late. I'm just like, again, so frustrated because I hate feeling like a telemarketer or a collector, like having to message you, letting you know that you owe me when you know you owe me. You know what I mean? So you already don't speak, like, so I messaged her like, no, whole Friday went by. She never texts back, or she never texts me. She never called. I'm really, really big on communication because I feel like at least if you communicating with me and you know, like, something is going on in your life, I'll at least be human about it. You know, you need to put me, you got to pay me this 45 and then what, Monday you can pay me the other 45. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm flexible like that. But when you just trying to play me all together, I feel like you're trying to play me, like, when you try to, you know, go past the whole situation. So Friday passed. I finally messaged her on Saturday, like, as of today, like, you have a late fee. So you owe me $150 because you didn't pay me Friday. And, you know, I'm not understanding. I shouldn't have to let you know this. So the only thing she texts me back is Joy. And I'm like, girl, what kind of weird shit? It's just so weird. Like, I don't know, it's just weird. And I'm just like, Joy, the fuck? Okay, whatever. So she was just like, okay, I'm gonna have somebody message you. So she ended up having the same person cash at me later that day. After that situation, her not talking at all was amplified. And we happened to be in a shop at the same time one time. And, you know, she didn't speak. Her client walked in and seen me in my room, and her client spoke and gave me, you know, compliments, but she didn't say anything. And I'm just like, okay. So at the end of the day, I'm cleaning up. I see she cleaning up. She said something. I couldn't really understand what she said. And I'm like, was she talking to me? Because she wasn't looking at me. She was walking out the door. And so she came back in and she said like a wad of ones on my front reception desk and was like, here's that money, and just walked out the door. And I'm just like, girl, what is your problem? Like, why are you all in your feelings? You in your feelings because you got a late fee last week? Be on your business and you wouldn't have got that late fee. You know what I mean? I don't want to give you no late fee, but it's just business is business. And I was just like, okay, where is hell? Outside of her not speaking and her acting weird, I came into the shop one day, not nitpicking, and I went right to my room, started setting up for a facial, blah blah blah. I goes into the bathroom. Hopefully I didn't insert this picture. I mean, hopefully I didn't erase it. I went to the bathroom. It's pee all over my stool. It wasn't any, I want to say either the napkins were out or the tissue was out. Mind you, when I first showed her around, which I'm pretty sure she wasn't paying attention, I showed her where everything is. Guess I'm the owner of it. We're sure grown. If you see something out, then fix it, put it back in. So I sent her a picture and I'm like, you know, this is unsanitary. And you know what I mean? You got to do better than this, because if I hadn't walked through the shop and did like a walkthrough before my client got there, this was a new client, she would have been like, girl, what kind of dirty ass establishment is you running? You know, like, girl, you trying to mess up my Google reviews and I'm not here for it. So I text her, you know, and she took a while to text back and she was just like, oh, I didn't notice it. My client's kids did that. I thought I checked before I left. Girl, you know you didn't check that shit before you left, okay? Because it was pee on that stool and you couldn't have checked that. Even if you didn't see the pee and you feel like I'm micromanaging, you definitely seen that it was out of tissue or out of napkins. She was just like, oh, I'm sorry. I'll do better next time. And I'm just like, girl, at this point, I'm at my wit's ends. And I'm like, my energy is off every time I walk in here. And I'm just like, I have to do something in regards to this girl. And I'm up here counting, like, telling my best friends, like, how many months does she got left on this lease? So this is the kicker, y'all. Y'all thought that shit was minimal. I got an appointment, right? I take my son to my mom's house, and usually I'll just drop him off and come straight to the shop. That day, I was like really, really tired, and I'm just like, you know, I got like hour, 2 hours downtime for my client to get here. Like, I'm about to get this quick nap in. Cool. Took a nap, heads to the shop, right? I walk in, and it's, first off, it's like 70s outside. I walk in, hot as hell, and I'm like, why is it so damn hot in here? And I seen her door open a little bit, and I'm thinking, maybe she in here, maybe one of her clients was, you know, cold, maybe she cold. I don't know what she got going on. Girl's weird. So open the door. Bitch, tell me why she didn't move out all her stuff. Gone. Cleared out the room. When I tell y'all, I was so, first off, I was just so taken aback and astonished, because I was just like, did she just really up and jump her contract, like up and leave? Like, pissed. So I called her on the phone, right? Of course she didn't answer the phone. And I'm just like, okay, this sounds like typical with her behavior. I text going in professionally, like, you know, why didn't you let me know that you were moving out? Or, you know what I'm saying? You didn't give me the correct notice so I can fill the room. You know, trying to figure out what's going on at this point. She goes, I'm going to insert the text messages so y'all can see it, so y'all don't think I'm on this BS. She goes, oh, girl, I'm sorry. It's nothing against you. I just had a better opportunity. First off, girl, I'm not your girl. Second off, I don't care if you was going to another salon that was paying you $1 million because of your nail designs. Like, that's not how contracts work, baby. And for you to just move out and not say anything, like, who the hell does that? Like, it's so unprofessional. I went next door to talk to business owner next door. Ask her, like, did you see? She was like, girl, I was wondering what was going on. Why she tell me she pulled up in a whole U-Haul? A whole U-Haul and moved out. That morning. Okay, I should have took a before picture of how much shit she had in that room. She had a whole china cabinet that covered y'all see how big how long my headboard is? Her stuff was even past that. It looked like somebody's 70-year-old grandma stayed in there. But I'm like, okay, it's to each his own. You know, if that's how you want to decorate your room, long as they board is cool when they come in here. So she had that. She had her table to do her nails, all these pictures, all this stuff. So I'm like, it definitely took, because she said it was taking her a minute to move out. It took you over an hour or two to move out. It never crossed your mind one time for you to be like, oh, let me message Janae. Let me know that I have this great opportunity and I just need to move out. Girl, on top of that, when she first got there, she was just like, oh, well, can I paint my walls? Can I change this color? And I was like, no, ma'am, because the first girl already painted it a purple-like color. I'm not about to be letting people just change this wall color every new tenant I get. That's too much. I'm going to have to paint it back the same color whenever it's time for me to elevate, you know, and get a bigger spot. We're not doing it. So I guess I should have told her not to nail shit in the wall. You would think that would be common sense, right? No. I'm going to insert a video of the shit she left in there too. So the problem with that is she used the double-sided tape to put some of her pictures, but I guess the other stuff that she couldn't get, she had, I'm assuming her boyfriend, because he was doing a lot for her, used those anchors like that she put the screw in to hang pictures. So I was able to get the screws out by myself, but the anchors were stuck in the wall. And I was so hot. Like, I don't know how I got through that appointment like I did. Look, I just started moving around because I didn't get hot again. I don't know how I got so cool to do that appointment with my client for sure. So I messaged her back after I had calmed down. My client had left. And I'm just like, hey, you know, per your contract, you first off, you owed me for this week anyway, because you just randomly left, what, Wednesday or something like that. You owe me for this week. And you owe me 3 weeks, the 3 weeks after this, because you didn't give me any 2 weeks notice. And I kind of low-key feel like you already knew that. Again, if she would have communicated with me and told me, I would have been more, I mean, I would still want my money, but I wouldn't be as hot as I am. So she goes on to say, oh my gosh, you know, we could do X, Y, and Z. She was like, I'll pay you for the next 3 weeks. Just don't rent my room out to nobody. Girl, what? It's not your room no more, boo. You the one that threw the key in the door and moved out like you were moving the apartments. That's not how it works. So you can't tell me who I'm gonna rent this to and who I'm not gonna rent it to, since you took it upon yourself to just randomly leave. And then I said, so either you gonna pay me or I'm gonna take you to court, or, you know, what it's gonna be. She was just like, you know, I'll pay you. I'm just like, okay. So later on that night, I end up getting the booth rent for that week. I'm like, all right, cool. Next week, I never heard anything back from her. Again, I sent her a picture of her contract, her address, you know, what it was. Excuse me. She never responded. And it took everything on my soul. It took everything not to publicly put her on blast on the book and tag her. And you know, I was going back and forth with myself, like, do I want to take her to small court? Like, it's a pandemic going on. I mean, is it worth this $300-400? You know, and after talking to my mom like, you know, just let it go. Like, with them type of people, like, gotta get to it beforehand. And she was just like, you gonna touch that money 2 or 3 times over. So unless you just want to put yourself through all this situation, then don't even do it. But child, y'all, whoo, the growth. I'm saying, like, it to this day. And this only happened, y'all. This only happened 2 weeks ago. So I'm like, damn, you just gonna up and leave. You're not thinking about me. Obviously, you don't give a damn about my kid. Christmas is coming up. None of that. Like, how inconsiderate can you be, Sam? Doesn't make any sense. I'm not gonna tag her down, but I mean, if you connect the dots and you live where I live and you've seen posts, then you'll figure it out. So she know not to put my name down for no damn reference, because I'll be like, nope, don't trust her. I don't know what I'm gonna do, y'all, in regards to having future tenants. Like, I low-key want to do like some real background check type stuff, like 3 references. What is it? Move-in deposit. It's just like, these people, you can't, it's like they don't care. And I care way more for other people than they obviously, you know, care about me. And I'm so into building other people up. This sounds like a dream. Hopefully it'll come into fruition within the next year or so. But I really, really wanted to find me like a solid team. I really wanted a whole team of people of color. You know what I mean? Like, I wanted a nail tech. I wanted a hairstylist. I want a massage therapist, you know, and just work together, market together, and get this generational wealth going on for us and our children, you know what I mean? But people are so greedy or grimy. It's kind of like they really take your kindness for weakness, first off, but they really take it as like, oh, this person is being nice. Well, let's see what we can get her for. Basically, that's how so many people look at it. Let's see how we can get over, instead of taking that and leveling up, because now the earlier people that have been there has messed it up for the future. Not so much as I'm still going to be there for them and build them up and try to do X, Y, and Z, but I'm just not going to be as lenient. It's just going to be business Janae instead of personal Janae. But, and child, yeah. So that's the end of that. Y'all know I can't do no damn vlogmas because, first off, COVID in Tulsa, like, I'm not outside like that to be doing no vlog for y'all every day. But if I got something appealing to talk about, like as far as a vlog or something like that, I'll be sure to post it. I did order a Cyber Monday. My last little clothing haul I did good. So I ordered from Express, and I also ordered from Pretty Little Thing again. So once that come in, I'm supposed to be getting that on the 15th and Express on the 10th. So when that come in, I can do the clothing haul. But y'all, let me know if you're a business owner, entrepreneur, you ever been through anything like that. Drop down in the comments below. Make sure y'all follow me on Instagram at lifted_artistry. Also, if you're new to my channel, go ahead and hit that like button, hit the subscribe, hit that bell so y'all can get my notifications when I do post. But until next time, I'll see y'all later.